done a lot of research, and he first came to me with this movie. He had 3 actors playing the same character of Charles. I was like, how is that possible? He said, because I've heard so many different stories about the man that he could be played by different actors and it'd still be okay for my story. So that was the first point of insight I got into the character. We met a lot of people. Praval met a lot of people and stuff. But I'll tell you about me, and we can talk to Praval about his research. So I saw some documentary footage of his. I did a lot of reading on him. There is not much material available. And whatever talking we did to people who knew him, all of them came up with a different picture of him, which, as if it's somebody else. And then Mr. Amod Kant also helped us a lot in what he was like. And so the way he walked and talked and looked and all that I got from a documentary, a few documentaries, various pictures and documentaries, and I think even he thought it was an uncanny resemblance. When we met him in Nepal, he said, again, he got nostalgic about his youth watching me on screen. So I think we got that part right, pretty right, but that's what I did.
You meet...
Because Praval felt that his character was far more larger than life than Charles Sobhraj himself. And there was no point meeting him because he's a man who tells stories to people. I don't know how true they are. He would have told us a bullshit story and taken our picture on some other direction. So we did not want to get fooled by him. But he did say that it was a good quality product. And he says, good casting. I said, oh, thank you. And he said, I've got more stories. He wants to call us there and negotiate. He's half French, actually he's half Sindhi and half Vietnamese, but he grew up in France, so he speaks a bit of French combination, but he speaks many languages. He speaks many languages. I even speak Nepali, Hindi, and all those things. So that was not there. I think it was a lot to do with all the French women I met in my life. Man who's always lying. Who's always living a lie, who's always telling a story. So where do we find his truth? Where is he really truthful? You know? So that was the most challenging part. And of course, this is not a movie. Let me reinstate it to all the intelligent audience of Kolkata. I still prefer Calcutta though. That this is not a movie about finding about the mindset of Charles, or how he murdered people, what he thought. It is about an incident that happened in 1986, which shook up the system. It was called the Khan, so to speak, where a man called Charles Sobhraj drugged 175 people. They were unconscious, lying on the ground, including inmates and prisoners. He walked over their bodies, took the key, opened the door in broad daylight, walked out of the maximum security prison of Tihar jail in Delhi. And while walking out, he waved goodbye to the guard on the tower, and as if it is normal. So he didn't run or anything. So what happened, how it happened, and why it happened, that is only to which the story is limited to. It is told, it's called Main of Charles. So the Main part of it is Mr. Amod Kant, who actually gave us the rights to this movie. In fact, Charles told us that I'll try to stop your movie like he tries to stop any movies. More than 100 filmmakers, actors, producers have tried to make a movie on Charles Sobhraj. Me and Praval have finally succeeded in it. I think that in itself is a victory for us. He said that I tried to stop you with my lawyer in France, but you had Amod Kant on your side, so I could not stop it. He said that was very smart. I said, he learned it from you, Charles. He was called to solve and find out what happened because everybody had a different story to tell. It's every story that Charles has told different people. Who come in contact with Charles. Everybody who comes in contact with Charles, their life changes, and that is the mainstay of the story. Whether it has been the people who ran away with him, whether it has been the women, the girlfriends, the lawyers, the police officers, all kinds of people that came in touch with him, their lives changed, as have mine and Praval's and Vikram's and these boys. And you write about him, I'm sure your life will change too. To get famous, आज के बाद आप मेरे नाम से जाने चाहिए. That is my favorite line.
Which has been showcased in this film. So therefore we were very sure that we are planning the sequel. And I was in talk with a French company in the last 6 months. And in the last 2 days we have finalized it. And very soon we will be having an Indo-French collaboration to make a part 2. Casting few known French actresses as well. And showcasing Charles' European part of his life.
He had 2 cases against him, which were, one was in Banaras and one was in Delhi, of murder. But the Honorable Court found that both the cases, the men died of natural deaths. So he was acquitted from those, but he had no passport, he had no nationality. So how do you release him from prison and where do you send him? So he was a state prisoner for the longest time, about 10 years, and then he kept doing things to, stay in prison and all that. But finally, when they could not hold him any longer, they released him. And when he got out, he talked a lot of bad things about the penitentiary system, the judiciary system, and a whole lot of shit about the government. So they could not handle it because media was eating out of his hands. He had the 4th estate of the country in his pocket. So they had to isolate him. So they put him in a detention center in an isolated place. Coincidentally, at the same time, 3 French sailors got caught fishing in our Indian waters with mechanized trawlers, which is not allowed because it would hurt the occupation of our local fishermen. So, to set an example, the Indian government put TADA kind of charges on them and put them behind bars. So the French government was trying to take them out and to no avail. Then it struck them that, okay, we will release these 3 Frenchmen if you take Charles Sobhraj with you. That was the Indian government's request. So when they took him with them, he landed on the Paris airport with a paper bag over his head because he sold his image of landing in Paris to Life magazine cover. So that is the kind of man he is. And he has not known of committing any murder since he was put in prison in India, which was in 1975. And he has been in prison for 33 years. And he lives like a king. He's called Sir Charles in the prison.